Yeah, just sent to you, Dr. Supriya.
Okay.
I will put here is SDG is 14.
Okay. Okay, dear. Okay. So he will join for which goal, dear?
14. SDG 14. So 14
Okay.
for me. I'm texting you there. I'm texting.
Okay. Okay. So we have the live streaming on YouTube now.
Yeah.
And now I am texting.
Yeah, just sent to you, Dr. Supriya.
Okay. In a chat box, I am sending. So in a chat box, I am pasting the live streaming link. So this is the live streaming link for today's session. Hello.
Dr. Supriya, can you please make me co-host? Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah.
Yes. I am
In
making.
in case suddenly you're not there, I don't know what to do.
Yes. I am making a co-host to each
Yes.
speaker.
Yeah, better.
I think there is some technical glitches from the campus of the Medicaid University.
Oh, yeah. It's normal.
Because today we have the hybrid mode session from the Medicaid University in Indore. But I think they are facing some power cut issues. Okay. Yes. Dear, please call Rania because she is not picking my phone.
It's quite early there in Greece. I'm calling her actually. She's not picking up. This means maybe she's getting ready. Yeah, I'm joining in a while. She said, okay. Yeah. I told her the time yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, I think either she has to do, oh, she just came into the office. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the mentor from the land of Croatia, Miss Christiana Skeller, has joined us.
Hello, dear Christiana. Welcome.
Good morning to all.
Good morning, good evening to you.
Morning, good morning.
Good morning, dear Christiana.
Good morning,
Here,
Dr.
I would
Supriya.
like to introduce our two mentors. One of is Professor Dr. Ambassador Esther Mala from the land of Malaysia. And one of our mentors is Christiana Skeller from the land of Croatia. So both mentors now judge each and every presentation. Yes, and they are preparing the report for each and every participant. So thank you, dear Christiana, for joining us in this early morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, dear. Thank you very much. So just in the next 3 minutes, we are going to start. Meanwhile, I would like to request each and every participant, please make your presentation very short, very crisp, and more worthy. Please do not indulge with so many facts and so many statistics. We need a crisp presentation, and you have a time limit to present yourself. It's just a time frame of 12 to 15 minutes. Okay, so please make sure about the time also. And after 25th April, you will be emailed regarding the felicitation ceremony. So after 25th April, you will get your certification as a speaker. And I am very glad that the team Witty Gossip Association is now introducing the 2 more prestigious awards powered by Global Empowerment Awards 2024 and the Global Pride Excellence Awards 2024. And the name of the awards are, one is SDG Advocates, because in this whole journey of the Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit 2024, actually, we have many coordinators from the different organizations, different higher education institutions. So here, one name is Mr. Pradeep Kumar. Actually, he is associated with the Parul University in Gujarat. He is from the Parul Institute of Design, and from the Parul Institute of Design, Parul University, Gujarat. Actually, our one of the coordinator is Dr. Shruti Tiwari. From the Medicaid University Indore, we have one of the more prestigious coordinators. She is Dr. Parul Sharda. From Malaysia, we have the coordinator of Professor Dr. Esther Mala. From Croatia, we have our mentor from the Ministry of Education Croatia, Christiana Skeller. And apart from this, we have the different coordinators. You can check out our WhatsApp group. Dr. Gunjan Shukla is from the Sikka College, Indore. And apart from this, we have Mr. Abir Ali from the Netram Foundation. From the Philippines, Beyond Book Publications CEO, Mr. Leono B. Capulso, is one of our core committee members. So with the advice, with the following the guidelines, the team of Witty Gossip Association and the team of Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit 2024 actually announced 2 One is SDG advocate, and the second one is SDG ambassadors. So after concluding the 17th goal on 17th April, you will be all emailed about these two prestigious awards, SDG ambassadors and SDG advocate. So thank you very much. Now I think we have the live from the G𝐿𝐴𝐻 University Indore. So just give me 2 minutes to connecting with all of you. Yes, so team G𝐿𝐴𝐻 University Indore in 2 to 3 minutes are going to join us. Meanwhile, I would like to request Christiana Skeller from the land of Croatia. Ma'am, please share your experience that actually you are one of the core committee member of this Global Peace Sustainable Development Summit from the last 4 years. So ma'am, please share your experience that how the team is working behind the promotions of the all SDGs. Ma'am, please share your experience now.
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Supriya Patak. Last 4 years was extraordinary because it's amazing experience each morning to debate, to discuss one subject of global peace and sustainable development goals. And from ministry, from wait a minute, students, professors, I need a word, sorry, CEO or from factory, from NGO association, all of them promote and live the sustainable development goals. They incorporate in their work, in their mission, and that was amazing. How in the whole world, from Brazil, from US, from UK, from Portugal, Europe, Asia, Australia, all of them, lots of participation of that summit, Witty Gossip Summit, promote, live that. I see in that 4 years, lots of people live and work in that mission, how to make that goals vivid and really change the life of that area. That is very impressive, and I see that the future will be better. That's my opinion about in rural area, in urban area, all of them thinking about it. That is important to increase the mind, increase the mission of the people. Not just I'm here, I'm the king, I don't care anybody around me. And that's change. That is changing in the last 5 years, in these 4 years. And I learn each morning, I learn something. Because of that, I'm here. Because of that, I am listening all, but I'm not always all. Because today at 8 o'clock in 1 hour start my classes, and tomorrow I will have more time. But today, that is the time when I must go to the school and make my classes. But each day, new information, new interesting good practice, and because of that, it's important to stay here and listen others. It's not just my speech and go. I know we have lots of duties in our life, but share and listen others, it's more important. Thank you. I'm very glad.
Diana. Thank you very much. Okay, so actually we have already 20 minutes late. So there are some technical issues from the Medicaid University side. So dear Estara, with your permission, now I would like to start.
They are connecting. Dr. Parul
yes.
is.
Yes, Dr. Parul Shada is connecting. Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
But yes. Okay. Dr. Parul Sharda, please connect with Dr. Ravindra Pathak and Dr. Ram Bansal sir. I think we have the live streaming from the Medicaid University Indore, from the mechanical department.
Okay, let me check with him.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. I must say, in this ultra-modern business world, still we have to face many technical issues and technical glitches. Yes. Yesterday, we have the faculty members on the online mode, virtual mode from the Acropolis College Indore. And before yesterday, we have the live streaming from the Career College Bhopal also. And for the day 9, we have the amazing faculty members from the Parul University Indore, Parul Institute of Design. And here I would like to also inform that on the day 13, to address the SDG 13, we have the collaboration with the Sri Vaishnav Institute of Management and Science. Apart from this, on day 14, we have the collaboration from the Indore Management Institute, Indore. And after this, on day 15, we have the collaboration with the Sapphire Group of Institutions. And on the day 16, which is dedicated to peace, we have the collaboration with the Mahatma Gandhi Central University, Motihari, Bihar. From the last 4 years, the participants, the research scholars, the speakers from the Mahatma Gandhi Central University joined.
Mr. Gerard, you are introduced by Dr. Sir Derry Kenny.
Yes, Professor.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
am.
Okay. Because I saw the text, you are, can you say something about yourself? Just briefly, while waiting.
Yes. Thank you. Dear professors and scholars, I'm Gerald Robles, and I am currently doctor here at Far Eastern University, Alabang, Philippines. I'm also Dr. Darius' student, enrolling Doctor of Education. And based on my bio note, I presented there that I'm a servant of the communities,
Wow.
starting before I entered in the tertiary teaching.
Yeah.
And continuously I am sharing it with my students for them to deserve. Well, we can say that for them to be the servants of
Yeah.
for the sustainable communities. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Gerard. Why don't you put before your name Doctor? Because you know what, we can address you properly. For me, salutation is very important. It's an honor you
Yes.
give a person. No need to be too humble in your act. Yeah. So if you put your name, Dr. Gerard, so we know and we know how to address you properly.
Thank you. For the information, dear professor, I'm not a doctor, though I'm currently enrolled in the Doctor of Education, and I'm actually a student of Dr. Derry. So I think the proper address that you could give to me is instructor.
Instructor.
And I'm going to edit it now. Yes.
Sir Gerard, I think will be the best.
So,
thank you, Professor. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes. So, dear Astara, now we can start the official ceremony of the day 11 dedicated to the SDG 11.
Sure.
So now, now without wasting the time, I would like to request Professor Dr. Ambassador Esther Mala from the land of Malaysia to begin the ceremony. Yes, ma'am. Please start.
Thank you, Dr. Supriya. Thank you. Namaste. Warm greetings to dear all from Malaysia, Medicaps University and Witty Gossip Association. I, Professor Dr. Esther Mala, your mentor of this Grand Global Peace and Sustainable Development Goals Summit 2024, gladly expressing immense gratitude and heartfelt appreciation, extending a warm vote of thanks on behalf of Witty Gossip Association and Medicaps University to all our honorable delegates, distinguished speakers, and students. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this SDG Summit focusing on Sustainable Development Goal number 11 today, which is Sustainable Cities and Communities. It is my great honor also to address you today on an issue of paramount importance, Sustainable Development Goal 11 as recognized by the Department of Economic and Social Affairs. SDG 11 calls for sustainable cities and communities, acknowledging the critical role urban areas play in shaping our collective future. Make cities inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Goal number 11 is about making cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Cities represent the future of global living. The world's population reached 8 billion on 2022. Now we are in 2024, which is over half living in urban areas. Cities are hubs of innovation, culture, and economic activity. Yet, they also face immense challenges such as congestion, population, and pollution and inequality. Achieving SDG 11 requires a holistic approach, one that prioritizes inclusive urban planning, affordable housing, efficient transportation, and resilient infrastructure. By investing in sustainable cities, we not only enhance the quality of life for billions, but also pave the way for a more equitable and environmentally conscious world. A collaboration across sectors and borders is essential in this endeavor as we work towards creating cities that are livable, vibrant, and inclusive for all. Let us seize this opportunity to embrace innovation, foster collaboration, and build the sustainable cities and communities that future generations deserve. Together, let's embark on this journey towards a more prosperous, equitable, and sustainable urban future. With great honor, I would like to invite Dr. Supriya Pathak to invite our first distinguished speaker of the day. Thank you. Back to you, Dr. Supriya.
Thank you very much. So, without wasting a time, now I would like to request Professor Dr. Nitesh Kumar Jain, Dean and HOD from the Modern Group of Institutions. Sir, you are already co-host, so the whole virtual stage is yours, sir. Please address the challenges and the targets related to the SDG 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities. Okay. Now, sir, the whole virtual stage is yours, sir. Please introduce yourself to our members.
Very good morning to one and all. And thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunities for interaction with the galaxy of intellectuals from all over the world. So first of all, I'm very thankful to the Witty Gossip for initiating such a nice summit, which is completely devoted for global peace and sustainable development. So that will be a great things. So thanks to a mentor, Professor Dr. Esther Mala ma'am, Dr. Supriya Pathak ma'am, all these speakers from all over the world. So basically, I'm professor in Modern Group of Institutions. I am visiting professor in Philippines also. I am teaching toxicology and microtoxicology in Central Scholar University, Manila, Philippines. So definitely we are connecting by many cities and the communities. So I have a lot of experience and I'm sharing day by day with all over the country like Egypt, Philippines, and if we talk about the USA and all. So we are connecting and we are sharing the thoughts how we can make a bridge in between industry and academia. Because if we talk about the smart cities and communities, definitely they are having good things and good connections. So we can learn a lot of things. Just a minute. So where we can things since last 2 years, I am taking many sessions in different countries as well as different Indian cities. So we have visited many cities, and if we talk about the sustainable development, so that is the main thing which we want to develop industry, academia collaboration and all over the field. If we are making smart cities, that is a good thing. If we are making smart communities, but if we want to connect for the proper scaling, proper placement for our students, because we all are the professors, we all are the scientists from the different universities and colleges. So continuously, I'm working on that, the beautiful theme that is the expectations of pharma industries. Just a minute, I'm sharing this slide. Yeah. So I am continuously working on this particular theme, expectations of pharma. Maybe we can talk about the other themes also. So there are many gaps in between industry and academia. There are many professors, they can agree with my thoughts that whatever we are teaching in academia, that is somewhat different from the industry. So industry and academia are the two different worlds from the different cities and communities. But as far as my thinking is concerned, they come close together because we have same mission. Ultimately, we want to produce skills persons from all over the world, right? So this is a big gap in between industry and academia. If they can sharing the thoughts like Witty Gossip providing this wonderful opportunities. So in future, I may request Witty Gossip take this particular beautiful theme so that we can address the academia, we can address the industry, then how we can make a strong bridge in between industry and academia. So that will give complete sustainable growth for all over the world. If we are producing skills power, right? Education is just a piece of paper that any university can give. But if we are giving skills to the students so that they can have proper package in the pharma industry, textile industry, mechanical industries, and all over the world. So this is a big gap if we really looking for global peace and sustainable development all over the world. So this can be a bigger thing. As you can see, we have seen COVID-19 pandemic, right? COVID-19 pandemic, that was the biggest medical emergency all over the world. We all were the witness of this particular thing. But due to vaccination, Maitri from the India, now India become pharmacy of the world. So in the same way, in each and every country, they have their specific domain. So if we talk about these sustainable things in the cities and communities, so we work on that particular skills world. If we are providing something which is related to the practical aspects, definitely that can be better for the entire world if we can make a bridge. So this is the matter of our Honorable Health Minister, Dr. Mansukh Mandavia. So now all over the world, every country looking forward to India for providing quality medicine. So quality medicine, that means completely related to the sustainable development, sustainable growth, right? So we all pharmacy institution, pharmacy industries, and if we can talk, Chuki, we are from the different background, we are from the different domain like engineering, science, and all, right? So this is the biggest thing which we can consider. So this particular gap we want to fill. And we, professor, principal, scientists are very few, right? But the students are very large in the community. So if we are guiding our students, what are the expectation of in any industries from the academia, especially from the students, accordingly, if we can frame our syllabus, if we can give training to the students, if we can provide some internship to the students, what are the expectation of the industry, right? So this is the big gap which we have to fill for sustainable development and the growth. So there are many things which we want to share, but we have limited time. So from my talk, this is my complete vision, and right now I have given many lectures in Maharashtra state of India. I'm covering all over the India. I'm giving talk to the students. What are the expectation of industry from you? Syllabus is somewhat different, so all the educators and regulatory bodies come close and must have the beautiful discussion about the syllabus restructuring. Why inviting industry experts so that we can make a good syllabus for the students, what kind of training they want, what kind of skills they want. So in students only, we are looking for three things: the basic knowledge of that particular domain, skills, and positive attitude to learn, right? So that the things which can make better smart cities in the communities. So communities and smart cities not making a beautiful infrastructure. We have to make infrastructure as per the need of current scenario. As we have seen many things through Witty gossip, there are almost many goals on which we are talking since long. And really, this is a very nice initiative. So we have to work hard for making this. So I hope all the professors, scientists from the different communities, they will come together, and as we are sharing our thoughts, so these thoughts will make something different for making any kind of sustainable goals, sustainable development all over the world. So thank you so much for providing this wonderful opportunities for interaction with all the galaxy of intellectuals from all over the globe. Thank you so much. Thank you, Supriya ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Ishtar Mala ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes. So now it's the time for the first gesture of the joining hands. So dear Astara, please be ready. Dr. Nitesh Kumar Jain, please do this. Yes, perfectly. So thank you very much.
No, again, one more time.
Okay. Yes.
One more time, Dr. Nitesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait. Okay, great.
Thank you.
And here I would like to mention that in this tradition, we are following the hands of joining gesture. And for the fourth edition, the theme is "Let's Connect Nations by Joining Hands." And from the day 1 to the day 11, now we have around 150 plus joining hand gestures from the different parts of the world, from the different higher education institutions, from the different speakers. So thank you very much, Professor Dr. Nitesh Kumar Jain, for joining us. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now,
Thanks.
moving ahead, I would like to invite our honorable, my beloved friend from the land of Greece, Rania Lampu, from the Ministry of Education, Greece, and Religious Affairs. So, Rania, now the whole virtual stage is yours. Dear, please introduce yourself and please share your views about the sustainable cities and communities SDG 11. Yes, dear, please.
Welcome, Dr. Rania. Professor Dr. Rania, welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Supriya and Dr. Esther Mala. I'm very, very happy to be here, to be invited in this very enriching and very constructive event and the Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit 2024. I'm very privileged because I'm attending this event since the beginning, since the first, since the launching of this great concept. And we have to acknowledge the fact that Dr. Supriya is the first who took this initiative to organize Sustainable Development Goals for 17 days. And I would like to congratulate, of course, Witty Gossip Association and all organizers for the excellent organization of this event. I'm Professor Rania Lampu. Actually, I'm working with the Greek Ministry of Education. I'm a STEM instructor, researcher, and author, and I'm also working with the Greek Astronomy Space Company. And today I will focus on sustainable cities, sustainable development goal 11. But I will try to address issues like circularity and e-waste management because waste disposal systems are important if we want to talk about sustainable cities and communities. And of course, we enter now in a new era of exponential technology. So we talk about AI, and as AI continues in 2024, there will be era-defining impact on how cities, communities, and companies adapt to what we call bigger picture problems, such as environmental, social, and governance issues. So allow me to share my presentation, if possible. No, it is visible. Is it visible now?
Yes, it's okay, Dr. Rania.
So Sustainable Development Goal 11, by 2050, the experts say that 70% of the world's population will live in urban areas. So to meet this challenge, cities must now be designed from a sustainable development perspective to solve many problems, including pollution, including stress, including climate change. So we need to use a multifaceted and multifactorial approach based on economic, social, technical, and ecological inputs. So we need to ensure that our cities are safe, sustainable, inclusive for all, and innovation is the key for this. According to the recent report of UN Habitat 2023, Rescuing SDG 11 for a Resilient Urban Planet, here you can see that this current report shows that the world is off track in achieving SDG 11. That's why they say that rescuing SDG 11 is urgent now, for our planet and for the future generations. And also, we have the new urban agenda. The new urban agenda is the first internationally agreed document which actually details implementation framework for the urban dimension of SDGs. So this report, the recent report, it's not, of course, optimistic, but this is what we're going to discuss today, what we can do about this. Sustainable development has to do with the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. And the 4 pillars of sustainability is human, economic sustainability, social sustainability, and environmental sustainability. Innovation has to do with this and how a business landscape should adapt to this, to sustainability, and priority for any sustainable business strategy means preserving the essential or critical natural capital, and sustainable development can only be achieved if producers and consumers respect the environment, biodiversity, so maintain the Earth's ecosystem services. When we talk about sustainable business development, this involves how to formulate, how to implement business plans, business strategies, innovation initiatives to help create a more sustainable world. And some important key considerations is that first we needed to look at sustainability differently, viewing it as the key source of long-term value creation. So this perspective should provide an innovation roadmap guiding us toward growth opportunities, which focus on humans, but at the same time on profit. Because the new trend now, if we talk about the business landscape, is what we call triple bottom line. This theory tries to embrace 3 aspects: economy, society, and environment. So triple bottom line, because any performance, any measure of how we can actually evaluate or assess a company's performance should not be based on profit anymore, but based on these 3 aspects. So view sustainability as a key source of long-term creation. The technology tools like artificial intelligence can actually help the assessment and identification of sustainability risk more efficiently. We have to rethink, reimagine traditional linear models and have circular principles in mind. Adopt a multifaceted approach that involves, of course, all key stakeholders. That could be private institutions, would be government action, organization, cultures, and of course, cultivate a systems thinking mindset is important because it's a cornerstone for companies seeking to implement sustainable innovation. This mindset involves how we understand complex systems as a set of interconnected and interdependent parts that influence each other and the overall system's behavior. So sustainability should be part of the entire operational process. We need to design sustainable services and products, develop new business models, make sustainability a part of every process, make value chains sustainable, and reshaping industries with sustainable solutions. New trends nowadays, we talk about entrepreneurship, we know digital, green, and social. And sustainable technologies, because sustainable business development underpinned by sustainable technologies and innovation. So sustainable cities have to do with when cities actually satisfy the objectives of sustainable development. And this requires an integrated approach towards resource management. We all know that cities have not been sustainable places. I mean, urban places are the sites of many of the most significant unsustainable practices. And one of the most important contributors to these characteristics is, of course, fossil fuels. I want here to remind you of what happened in London. I think that it was a great shock for humanity. In the past, the negative externalities of fossil fuel use were usually ignored because they were part of the price of progress. Even when a problem was obvious, such as the infamous London smokes from the 19th century, it was considered to be city-specific And you know that it took over a century before serious action was taken to mitigate the problem. So this type of pollution reached a new peak in 4 days in December 1953. You know what happened there? A fog over the city became toxic when the emissions from the coal-burning fires in the city became trapped because of a temperature inversion with warmer area above. And the fog, this fog not only meant that visibility was less than a few yards, but created respiratory problems in large numbers of people that contributed to thousands of deaths. And this crisis actually led to Clean Air Act, which involved the banning. Then this led the banning of the use of coal in household fires in London. And later, in 2013, what happened in Beijing, Air Apocalypse, there's also a similar film based on this. In 2015, suffocating, actually poisonous haze hung over Beijing for 4 days. And this record high level of fine particulate matter in the air caused airports to close thousands of course, we had thousands of people who were coughing and who were suffering and tried to seek hospital care. And we need, of course, to add, we add carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, we add what greenhouse gases are doing, how they're causing global warming. Now we talk about 1 degree warmer. The temperature is now in comparison to what was happening in the 19th century, and the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has risen by 50%. And what would happen if the temperature rise also at 4 degrees? What are the expectations and the predictions? So this situation, actually, how global warming affects urban places. Many different effects have been produced by these trends in various cities and regions. This means that many different types of policies specific to cities are required. So climate change, of course, we don't know what will happen, how extreme weathers, how extreme temperatures, how rainfalls could have a huge impact on cities. How droughts, how extreme heat increases in terms of wildfires will also change all the whole landscape. Now in 2023, we had the record levels all around the world, global temperature spike, Antarctic sea ice at record lows, record carbon dioxide levels. And I encourage you to see a wonderful documentary which is called Anthropocene. What is Anthropocene? Actually, it's a Greek word. And this Anthropocene, here you can see some screenshots of this documentary. It's amazing. What is Anthropos? Anthropocene is an official unit of geologic time. Which actually we try to use this geologic time, which is still unofficial, but it's closer to being formally recognized as a geologic period. When now human activity started to have a significant impact on the planet's climate. So we think that now we are in this Anthropocene period, that humans have had an overriding influence on the Earth. The word Anthropocene comes from a Greek word, "sine," means new, so this denotes a geological age or epoch. Anthropo would mean human. And apart also from this, this is related to urban emissions. And we know that the carbon dioxide emissions account for 70%, according to Influential World Energy Outlook. And of course, there are some initiatives to talk about sustainable cities in the European Union. The European Sustainable Cities and Towns campaign was established in 1994. The United Nations Center for Human Settlements also have created similar initiatives. So these initiatives are based on what we call indicator-based environmental auditing systems, which take into account cost efficiency, the energy consumption, pollutants, and having a longer term and wider scale impact. And at the same time, we have the ecological footprint. The ecological footprint is a measure of resource uses which highlights areas where consumption is exceeding environmental limits. So these indicators indicator-based environmental auditing systems at ecological footprint actually help us how to, and at the same time, the carbon footprints can help us measure the sustainability of cities. And a very nice term is what we call urban metabolism. This term, which was actually adapted from biological medical sciences, can be used as a metaphor to help how to understand the health of a system. The comparison of a city to an organism provides an analogy, a metaphor for analyzing the input of resources and energy, and at the same time, the output of waste flows. We know that today's cities import vast quantities of resources in the form of products and materials, including water, gases, organic matter, and release corresponding quantities of emissions and waste. In Europe, we have some, of course, progress because we provide more opportunities for employment, for housing, for economic, cultural activities, but still there are many habitats that face considerable social challenges and inequalities. Problems affect usually the quality of housing, the wider residential area, the noise disturbance, of course, crimes. These are some most visible challenges in cities or communities. We talk about Europe, so the quality of life, of course, has improved. But of course, there are still many issues. If we talk about sustainable cities, this has to do with green architecture, with urban farming, renewable energy sources, waste management, and water conservation. So, of course, electric vehicles is another new trend now. We talk about this and efficient public transportation. Here you can see how green architecture, the vertical forests here, enter the spawned cities, what are amazing in China. And what are the benefits of sustainable town planning? Of course, the reduction of population stress, cleaner air, the favoring locally ground food, how they support the inclusion, how we extend space without building on natural grounds, how we encourage light transport and mobility, how they embrace what we call urban biodiversity. So some solutions, if we talk about sustainable development goal 11, that could be create more sustainable inputs and outputs, how to curb emissions from industries, how to reduce taxes and emissions, how to promote what we call geoengineering. Some innovative solutions have to do with spawned cities, I mentioned before in China, vertical forests, the 20-minute neighborhood, miniature urban forests, the green train track, sustainable, viable districts, resilient cities and communities, connected cities, smart cities, and urban mobility. Innovation has to do a lot with sustainable development goal 11. And of course, we can include recycling low-income communities, green technology, and cogeneration. Sustainable smart cities is an important sustainable smart cities, innovative cities that actually using ICT and other means to improve the quality of life, the efficiency of urban operations and services and competitiveness, while at the same time we try to meet economic, social, environmental needs. Most sustainable smart cities have to do with Denmark, in Norway, Switzerland, and UK. And all these are related with circularity because we don't, circularity is what we embrace now to talk about sustainability. The new alchemy, waste management, the new alchemy is how to create gold for garbage, because waste are resources and should be treated as such. So they're commodities with significant economic, environmental, sociological added value. So proper waste treatment is a key indicator for achieving sustainable development and sustainable economic growth. A well-designed waste management plan reduces or even annihilates the waste in landfills, preserving valuable land. Sorry, what's happening here? I can't move. Sorry, I will then again. What is happening now? I can share. Okay, now. So how we embrace circular economy, how we create gold from garbage, and the waste types are industrial, hazardous, and toxic waste. Some examples of hazardous waste are lead, mercury, cadmium, chromium, pesticides, municipal waste also. The solid waste and the circular management system. It's important because circularity results in less waste, helps to reduce emissions, and when resources are being reused, there is less of a need for virgin materials. The new technology trends for waste management now have to do with Internet of Waste, recycling robots, chemical recycling, waste valorization, artificial intelligence, green waste management, big data, and analytics. And e-waste, electronic waste management, it's very crucial because this has to do with any electronic device that is no longer useful, functional, has become obsolete. Electronic waste is one of the fastest now growing segments of the waste stream because it actually it has become a great business opportunity, and it encompasses all unusable, outdated, obsolete electronic devices. It includes items that can be recycled through electronic recycling program. So these types of electronic waste can include consumer hardware, toys, medical equipment, lighting devices, office electronics. It can it's considered, as I said before, as a very important growing solid waste stream in the world. It's considered as a hazardous waste because it contains toxic materials. And some important key statistics, key facts actually, is that much of what we call e-waste is not waste at all. But the whole electronic equipment or parts are readily marketable for use. Every year, over 15 million tons of electronic waste is created. Each year, around 1 billion cell phones and computers are put into production globally. Recycling 1 million laptops saves the energy equivalent to electricity used by more than 3,500 homes in a year. And remember that only 20% of e-waste is currently recycled. So we needed to make a progress on this. 1 ton of circuit boards are estimated to contain 40 to 800 times more gold and 30 times more copper than 1 metric ton of mined ore. And in the European Union, we have a progress on this because there are many circularities and many new laws that the European Commission has put forward. Remember always that e-waste, it's very not harmful for the environment, not only for people who live close to landfills, but also for those who live away from this location, because toxic substances penetrate soils, penetrate rivers, so they penetrate the atmosphere, water, soil. There is 100 times more gold in a ton of e-waste than in a ton of gold ore. This is amazing factor. It's something which is profitable. Of course, there are costs for this with materials if you want to start a business on this, but it's something which has a great potential. The waste management process has to do with collection, with dismantling, the desanitation, recycling, refurbishing. And if we want to set up a recycle plant, a waste recycling plant, that we need, of course, to learn more about this industry, clarify the objectives, to develop a recycling business plan, to create efficient market strategy, and develop always a plan according to licenses and permits. So understand how e-waste is handled and processed, assess options for circularity, explore how changes in the waste management contribute to company sustainability goals, and create a system for tracking this waste collected and ensure that all e-waste is properly sorted. And of course, educating, our staff education is very important, ensuring that all waste is divided, and identify, if it's possible, corporate partners. So many opportunities for this, and before concluding, I want to say that, of course, sustainability, it's something that this ability of a system to maintain it itself over time. But this depends on how we examine it. I mean, to truly achieve sustainability, we must think about how to implement it in all aspects of life. So sustainable attitude towards environment, towards natural resources, towards our work, towards our infrastructure, towards even our relationships. So sustainability is more than just a simple definition, it's a way of life, and how we try to examine all things through interconnectedness, and how all things can work in a just and equitable and inclusive manner for all. Thank you very much for your attention. I try to include many aspects.
Yes.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. Dear, it's time to take your screenshot with joining hands. Please do
Joining
this.
hands, joining hand. Namaste, ma'am. Namaste. Namaste,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay.
Yes.
Yes.
You're looking so fresh and nice today. Just started the day, right?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Thank you.
So, Rania, actually, in your presentation, you have shared the alchemy, right? That is gold from garbage, right? And here, I would like to mention that for each and every participant and for each and every guest speaker, that I belong to the cleanest city of the India, which name is Indore. And in Indore, we follow the alchemy that is kachre se kanchan. Kachra that means garbage, and kanchan that means gold. Okay. So from Indore, from the last 7 years, we are following the six beans culture. Six beans, matlab, six beans means six kinds of dustbins we have in our all the waste garbage collection services, and the we can see that we have followed the culture of the we have followed the culture, we have followed the tradition of the two main beans, one for the waste and wet waste, and second for the dry waste. So Dr. Rania, I am fully agree, I am fully impressed with your presentation that yes, it's a time to make the gold from the garbage, and we have to moving towards the sustainable cities. Now it's a time to make the cities sustainable, more comfortable, and the cleanest one also. I live in the cleanest city of India, and with the movement of our municipal corporation, now we are following most sustainable practices to clean our city. So thank you very much, dear Rania. Thank you in your
Thank you.
presentation. Yes.
I would say that in Greece,
Yes, we saw all the facts, we saw all the sustainable practices. So thank you, dear Rania. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. In Greece, recycling didn't start well, but now we have made a great progress, especially with clothing. So clothes are very harmful. Waste from clothes are very harmful. So now we have a new recycling bins for this. So more and more people are actually doing incredible work with clothing. And of course, let's not forget that waste management system should be included at schools also, because there are many ways that we can integrate waste management also in schools. So this was started from, if this mindset in this new culture is integrated in as a school practice, then it will become easier for citizens, for future citizens, to adopt a new lifestyle. So thank you very much.
Thank you, dear Rania, for your amazing presentation, the most intellectual one. Thank you very much. Now, moving ahead, Dr. Parul Shata, your two students are ready, ma'am, from Medicaid University Indore?
Yes, ma'am, they are ready.
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Seher Soni, and as Supriya Pathak ma'am tell us that she was from Indore, we are also from Indore. We are from G𝐥𝐸𝐴𝐻 University, Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India, and I just need to tell you about that the goals of sustainable development growth and the targets of it, the the first target is to safe and affordable housing. Of course, as we know that the India is the biggest biggest upcoming economies. So safe and affordable housing is a big part of it. House is a basic houses is a basic necessities for human being, and for that, by 2030 we are assuring that we get safe and affordable housing in uh, in the globe. After that, I have to tell you about affordable and sustainable transportation system. The the transportation system of India is is very not so good up till now, but yes, we are but yes, we are trying to make it good as much as possible. Also the metros and everything was nice in our societies. After that, I will like to tell you about the sustainable urbanization. Sustainable urbanization refers to the sustainable urbanization refers to the campus campus quality and and the process in which we are getting it. Also, sustainable urbanization included the human as well as the management of the countries. Sustainable urbanization refers what is need to be done and how it is necessary to make. Also, I would like to tell you about Indore. Indore is definitely the cleanest city in the India, but there are some repercussions which need to be fulfilled. Indore also trying to get good in their transportation system. Now I would like to assist my partner to tell the further points.
Hello everyone, my name is Priya Soni and I'm from Witty University, Indore. And as you all know that Indore is a 7 times cleaner city, as we all know we are things we are doing on for making our Indore and other cities cleaning. First, we are communicating is a sustainable law, like we bike and walk our public transport and save the car trips for when you are be a big group. Like Delhi, as Delhi has started the two-way system, the cars has alternative number system, and one day's even numbers going on and other and odd number days are going on, as we all know. And that's first point. And take advantage of your right to elect the leaders of the country, local community. And second, also they are informed the follow local news and stay in touch with the global and global goals online on our social medias. And they find a goals of find a goal 11 charity you want to support, and donation big and small make a differences, and along with the support and project. And they are also working on the support of the project in the slums area to develop that slum area into big buildings and small and develop the city as much possible. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you very much, dear students from the Medicaid University Indore. Dear Rania, would you like to say something about their efforts? Yes. I am taking the screenshot. Great. Thank you very much. So, dear
Yes.
Rania, would you like to say something about
Yes,
the efforts of these students?
Yes, I would like to congratulate the students because they are, first of all, socially aware and they're very well informed on the many aspects of sustainable development goals 11. It's very important for students at this age to be sensitive and to be ecologically conscious, very important. And this way they can become responsible citizens, global citizens. Because before, young people are those, I was always say, the torchbearers of the agenda of the 2030. So young people are those who should be informed first of all, first and foremost. So I would like to congratulate for these great efforts. We learned a lot of their presentations, and each of them adds something new. And in this way, we complete today all the puzzle, all the aspect, all the problem of sustainable development goal 11, because said before, according to the new report, we still are off track. So it's something urgent, something that needs a lot of times, a lot of years, a lot of efforts in order to achieve SDG 11. So young people are those who will bring the change, and we expect a lot from them. Many congratulations
Thank you,
again.
dear Rania. Thank you, Dr. Parul Sharda, ma'am, from Medicaid University Indore. Ma'am, your students are amazing. Thank you. Dr. Parul Sharda is one of the core committee member from the Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit. So thank you, Dr. Parul Sharda, ma'am. Thank you very much. Yes, now moving ahead, I would like to invite Pradeep Kumar sir from the Parul University Indore, from Parul Institute of Design. Sir, the now whole virtual stage is yours, sir. Please introduce yourself to our mentor and please proceed with your presentation, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And greetings and namaskar to all the esteemed guests, hosts, and participants, dear students. I'm just sharing my screen. Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so my topic for the presentation is digital solutions and natural for cultural and natural heritage, animate, preserve, and unite. We are discussing the SDG 11, which is focused on sustainable development. So my presentation topic is touching the fourth sub point of this SDG, that is to protect the world cultural and natural heritage. So my name is Pradeep and I am associate professor in Chandigarh University, and I am also associated with Parul University, Vadodara, as a research scholar. It is Parul Institute of Design under the guidance of Dr. Shruti ma'am. So I'll start with the presentation from a quote that no one person can tell the whole story of a place. It takes many voices to piece together the history and the spirit of the community. It is well said by Mary Fisher, psychologist and author. So these are the outlines of my presentation. I have discussed introduction. These are just focused on the current state of the preservation and protection of cultural and natural heritage. So I'm just moving on the next slide. Cultural and natural heritage is what makes our identity. It is the thing which makes what we are. It is a window to the past, showing us where we came from and the traditions that connect us. But due to some challenges like climate change, new cities, and even conflicts, it is just making a challenge to protect these treasures, and it is getting more harder and harder to protect these cultural natural heritage. But luckily, technology can help. Digital tools can preserve our heritage and bring people together, building a more equal world. So let's discuss what is cultural and what is natural heritage. In cultural, it is all about the unique traditions, languages, customs, and uh, the festivals we celebrate. It is what is what we are. It is telling us about the identity of us. So if we'll talk about natural heritage, it includes the landscapes, ecosystems, biodiversity that shapes our planet. These are some of the facts and figures which I have noted down from UNESCO website. So I'll just highlight few of them, like total identified heritage sites are 1199, out of which cultural heritage touches to 933, which is uh, preserved. Natural heritage is 227 and mixed heritage comes to 339. Some of the other facts which tells us the status of our protection and preservation of cultural heritage is the World Heritage lists include properties from 168 states, but there are 56 properties in the list of World Heritage in danger, which are threatened by factors such as armed conflicts, natural disasters, pollution, poaching, and uncontrolled urbanization. According to International Union for Conservation of Nature, 81% of biodiversities are not completely covered, or we can say it is protected. 33% of natural world heritage sites are threatened by climate change, and only 15% of the world's cultural heritage is currently available in a digital format. There are some organizations which are continuously working to protect and digitize these heritage, like SciArc has digitalized documents over 200 heritage sites worldwide. It could include ancient city of Bagan in Myanmar and temples of Agnor in Cambodia. The Google Cultural Institute, which is now famous with the name Google Art and Culture, has collaborated with numerous cultural institutions to create virtual tours or exhibitions, digitize artworks, and provide a 360-degree virtual tour to heritage sites. British Library is also a prominent organization which is working on archiving the heritage sites. So now let's come to the significance of what is the significance of this heritage. As I already told, it is creating our identity. So cultural and natural heritage represents the legacy of traditions, values, and artifacts that is passed from generations from our ancestors, and it provides the identity and belongingness to individuals and communities. And secondly, if we talk about, it creates a balance between the biodiversity. A healthy planet with a variety of life is essential for our future. It has some educational value also. Heritage sites and artifacts provide insights into historical events, customs, and practices. They offer learning opportunities that encourage cultural appreciation and understanding. But due to some of the challenges, it is very hard to work on the preservation and protection of these heritage sites. I have listed some of the challenges. There are many more, but these are few of them, like urbanization. With protecting our heritage isn't always easy due to rapid urbanization. It creates a threat to the preservation of heritage sites, making it hard to save them from being built for over. There are some more challenges, like the insufficient fund, which is creating a decay or neglect to the heritage site. We have some more issues related to the technological obsolescence. The world is also constantly changing, and the technology is also rapidly changing. If we don't find a new way to make heritage interesting and engaging, younger people might lose the touch with their heritage. These are few of the organizations which are continuously working. I have highlighted few of them. There are many more, like UNESCO, ISOMOS, it's International Council of Monuments and Sites, International Union for Conservation of Nature, International Center for Study of Preservation and Restoration of Cultural Property, Institution for Protection of Cultural Monuments, and many more. So what solutions the organizations are providing? As we have already discussed, and we are just facing that the technology is rapidly changing, and with the help of 3D scanning, virtual tools can be done and detailed documentation of cultural sites can be preserved or protected. And if we talk about drone technology, we can see amazing natural wonders from incredible new angles. We can take the example like uh, the Great Wall of China. We can see the aerial view and we can see mountain peaks through the virtual tours. There are many technologies. I have listed few of them like virtual tours and augmented reality, online archiving system, advanced 3D scanning, digital restoration, GIS mapping. These are few of the techniques which are used to digitize the heritage. Some of the examples of successful digital solutions are like British Museum VR tool. It is using virtual technology to create immersive visual tour experience for various World Heritage sites. We have Google Art and Culture also, that is an online platform that is providing high resolution images, artwork, artifacts, and cultural heritage. It also offers virtual tours to various uh, heritage sites that creates a educational value also. And the last one is Smithsonian Open Access. The Smithsonian's Open Access initiative provides digital access to millions of artifacts and specimens, fostering global exploration and knowledge sharing. There are some efforts with various organizations that is being done for creating the awareness why we need to be more aware about protecting and preserving the heritage. I am just listing a few of them due to the time constraint, like UNESCO's Patrimonitos World Heritage Adventure is an animated series that focused on different World Heritage sites and challenges it faces. Fine. And next one is UNESCO with the tie-up of Netflix. They created an animated series of Little Mighty Bean that is focused on preserving the tangible and intangible heritage of Indian culture. SciArc is also working on creating virtual and animated 3D models that is helpful for creating the virtual tools. And if we'll just go for Lego group of and National Geography, they are inspiring and they are focusing more on kids related programs. They are providing the parents and kids develop creative solutions for real life environmental challenges. So what is the role of digital technology in fostering unity and equality? Now, anywhere we can explore the world's incredible heritage thanks to the technology. Museums, historical sites, natural wonders become accessible to everyone, regardless of location and background. It also works as a barrier. Breaking the barrier, it creates the people of different cultures. It connects them, it shares experiences, and it helps them to learn from each other. It also encourages the cultural exchanges programs by mingling different cultures together, by promoting mutual respect and understanding. It also supports the sustainable development by preserving heritage sites and protecting the environment. It empowers the local communities to be more aware about preservation efforts by preserving the cultural and natural heritage, to take the ownership and pride in the cultural natural heritage. It also helps in more collaborative efforts. Technology can bring even together to discuss challenges and find the solutions for protecting heritage. It also helps in raising awareness by sharing the beauty and importance of heritage. We can inspire people from different areas to get involved in its preservation. And I'll conclude the presentation with this quote: "A single candle can illuminate a room, but 1,000 candles together can lighten up the entire world. Similarly, each person's effort in preserving heritage contributes a brighter future for our culture."
Mind blowing, sir.
Thank
Your
you.
Thank you. Thank
presentation
you.
is really, really amazing. And sir,
And
I would like to say that in your presentation, there is a quote that fostering unity and equity, right? And
जी
sir,
जी
the
मैम
theme, yes, and the theme of this Global Peace Sustainable Development Summit 2024 start with this quote: fostering unity for equity, empowering the
Yes,
next generation for sustainable progress. So,
that
sir,
is
somehow
we
you
need.
correlate your presentation with the theme of the Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit. And, sir, I must say, sir, your presentation is really, really amazing. And you
Thank you,
mentioned
thank
that
you,
the collaboration of the UNESCO and Netflix to broadcasting of the series Mighty Bheem, right? So,
yes,
sir,
ma'am.
yes, it's a tremendous efforts by the UNESCO and the Netflix, and definitely we have to put our sincere efforts in the preservance of the our culture and our heritage sites. So, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now, dear
Thank you,
Antara,
ma'am.
would
Thank
you
you,
share your thoughts about this wonderful presentation, dear?
Yes, it's such a brilliant sharing.
thank you, ma'am.
Great facts, and you have shared with us a lot of things which we never heard over this conference so far. Yeah, which is awesome, and it's really well articulated. Yes,
Yes.
so
Yes, well
Or
articulated presentation.
well
Yes.
articulated. Although with his presentation, simple and what I could say is just that so brilliant presentation. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
sir.
ma'am.
Yeah, can we have
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
the
ma'am.
kind
Naomi.
gesture?
Now it's a time for
Yes, ma'am.
hand joining gesture. Yes, sir. I'm giving you spotlight, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Great, sir. Great. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you,
sir.
ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now,
Dr. Supriya, is it possible, sorry to interrupt you, to comment something on this?
yes,
This
yes,
presentation, yes. I would like to congratulate Dr. Pradeep. This topic is very, very relevant here in the European Union because we have created a wonderful website which is called Europeana. Europeana contains digitalized cultural heritage collections of more than 3,000 institutions across Europe. And at the same time, it serves as a repository for schools. I mean, it has thousands of lesson plans, resources, educational resources that you can download there for free. So students, teachers actually are motivated through this platform to create lesson plans in order to how we can preserve cultural heritage using digital tools. So they use augmented reality, virtual reality, they organize field trips. And this they upload the lesson plans on this website, European. It's free that you can visit this to see what is it's amazing work. And recently in Greece, we have created also a mobile company, created an innovative app which is called Chronos, and is presented in the augmented reality monuments, historical monuments of Greece. And all this effort is actually done for young people who are not, interested so much in cultural heritage. So it's a way, if we use digital technology, it's a way to attract them and to make them, love history and things like that. And recently I was in a conference. It was about how we can digital cultural heritage using 3D printing. So it was a European funded program which was implemented in many schools, primary schools, and children learned through 3D printing. They designed, they printed cultural monuments of different countries of Greece, of Italy, and other countries. So they learned, everything about history through 3D printing. So through digital technologies is amazing how digital technology can help us preserve cultural heritage and attract young people to this. So yes, you presented a very relevant topic. It's very trendy nowadays, and the European Union funds a lot of programs who have to do with this, how we can combine digital technology with cultural heritage. It's very trendy nowadays. Thank you very much for this amazing presentation. We learned a lot from you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Rania. Thank you very much for your sharing, for your insights about the Mr. Pradeep Kumar's presentation. Thank you. And once again, Pradeep Kumar sir, congratulations, sir. Thank you very much. And even I am very grateful to the Parul Institute of Design, Parul University, for becoming one of the host institute for organizing the Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit on day 9. Sir. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank
Now,
you, ma'am. It's a great opportunity. Yeah, ma'am. It's a great
yes, sir. Thank
opportunity
you.
to be a part of this summit. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Right. Now, moving ahead, I would like to invite our honorable guest speakers from the land of Philippines. We have the two research scholars of the Dr. Derry, one of the mentor of this Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit. Sir Gerald Roberts, are you ready with your presentation? And sir, one of your research scholar is Sun Deol, right, sir?
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Patak, as well as Professor Dr. Esther Mala for this opportunity, as well as the Witty Gossip. It's an honor to be introduced to everyone here. Let me properly share my screen. Thank you. Okay. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to dearest professors, scholars, and to my co-presenters in the 4th edition of Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit organized by Witty Gossip. So allow me to present this contribution of mine by sharing this quote. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And I got this quote from the revered Indian hero, Mahatma Gandhi. And what is relevance or how related is this quote for today's conference? In my interpretation, it is a way of making selves more relevant as stewards of creation on which the Sustainable Development Goals is enforced. In 17 Sustainable Development Goals, I chose the 11th. Wait. Sorry for that. My sincere apologies. Okay. Again, in 17 sustainable goals, I chose the 11th as the core of my presentation today. Making cities and human settlements safe, resilient, and sustainable. The objectives of my presentation are, first, to present the experiences that myself and my students had, and second is to encourage everyone to contribute to the community, whether it is ordinary or grant. The presentation covers the disaster risk integration from classroom to practice, planning and execution. Planning and execution of outreach by my students to the selected communities as an application of sustainable development. And a reminiscence of my experience, I shared the community. The following are the studies which I read that were conducted by the individuals that gives the challenges and issues which all of us should know and should resolve. In a study conducted by Winston in 2021, it states the importance of emerging frameworks and ideas. That's why it's very important for us to have this kind of conference. It is not only to present our experiences or our studies that we conducted, but we also to gain different ideas from the different perspectives, which is in relation to the publication of United Nations Sustainable Development to promote the understanding of different perspectives in making the communities sustainable. The study further states to make this program successful, as stated, the researcher presented the issues which later became recommendations, such as number one, the lack of people participation. Second one is the problem and promoting of social programs. And number 3, the lack of environmental awareness and protection. In my second reading of a research study entitled Sustainable Urban Mobility, a case study of Philippine Cities Initiative, Yang Ngot stated that the community sustainability needs to improve through the following. And first is there must be a connection between the government and the private sector. And number 2 is there must be a prepared funds, which is actually in answer to the issues presented in this paper. Okay. So in our own little way, we try to address the study or issues by presenting my experiences and of my students contributing for the sustainable community. And I entitled it as Servire. In my personal experience, before joining the tertiary education, it's way back in 2012, I first became part of a non-government organization consisting of professionals and students. Its main goal is to end poverty by first alleviating the dignity of the communities, especially the poor. As you see in there, in that picture, digging a soil tilled by us. By the way, the person who holds the bar is me. And the other one who is digging the soil is actually my colleague, my former colleague in the organization, who happens to be now a lawyer. And we dig to create a water system for the houses in the background. There, the houses in the background. So we did this for a week as part of our volunteer pledge in the organization. But you know, we have nothing to worry regarding the quality of our work because we volunteers during that time were being supervised by the engineers and construction workers assigned in that area. Those services of ours did not end. We slept in the houses built by previous batch in that organization, talking with them, hearing with them, by them sharing stories. And during our conversation, they expressed their appreciation for the efforts made by both the private sector and as well as the government by legal assistance, giving them an opportunity to own a house. They were from the streets begging for food and shelter for their children. And now they have nothing to worry about everyday needs and security. In fairness to the organization which I was a member, volunteers from the Philippines and the world continuously came to build communities and non-stop helping the residents attaining the sustainable development. These experiences of mine is currently being shared to my students through the subject NSTP CWTS, and that its complete name is National Service Training Program Civic Welfare Training Service. It is based on the Republic Act number 9160 of the Philippines. This annual course, which is divided into 2 terms, is designed to enhance the civic consciousness of the students by developing the value of service through contributions in health, education, environment, entrepreneurship, safety, recreation, and morals of the citizenry. It is actually similar to your country's subjects when it comes to civic welfare. And in this subject, I am guiding my students to be a promoter of sustainable community. So in there, they are consulting me regarding how to make community more sustainable. Then as part of the subject, we also conducted the trainings, particularly in disaster risk. After series of theory discussions and training, I delegated my students to different communities gather data of the chosen community. So they have to conduct, they have to gather data. They have to talk with the barangay officials or with the community officials, like you see as you see in the picture, and they have the recommendations based on their findings as stated. So they recommended the installing of fire hydrants, roadwork, and infrastructure expansion. Then the residents must have awareness of the disaster risk and health hazards, despite of the available programs and campaigns by the government. Since the students cannot afford the first two, versus installing fire hydrants and roadwork infrastructure, which is obviously should be the work of the government, but they only have to recommend it for an additional services that the government should be given to the people. They propose only all related with number 3, which, as stated here, the enhancement of technology and social media platforms in promoting sustainable community, which is actually in relation to the previous presenters. I heard them presenting all about the effectiveness of social media for the sustainable community, which I agree with them. I'm truly agree with them, and I support them because the Generation Z nowadays do more focus with the in the social media, but by learning things and be aware on the things that are happening around us. Okay. So in this picture, my students from another class conducted an outreach through planting vegetables, taking care through, as you see in that picture. And the seeds and plants were provided by the local government, which later on be distributed to their constituents. In the other picture, as you see, the first picture is a horrible state of a river on which the garbage affecting the security of the residents due to and that can result to diseases and discomfort, while the second picture are my students cleaning the river in cooperation with the community officials, selected police officers, and the environmentalists. Although as you see there, the focus of that picture are only my students, but on the other pictures, which I failed to show you at present, they have the other mentioned people are also there. No, to summarize the presentation, so I have to answer the presented study, which I recently stated. No, studies rather. On the as stated on their recommendations and issues that all of us should resolve. Number 1 is lack of people participation, then the problem in monitoring of social programs, lack of environmental awareness, and disconnection between the government and the private sector. And I myself, together with my students, tried to resolve this through our actions, which I presented to you. Let's say, for example, my students conducted a data needs assessment, determining the needs and wants of the community to make them secured and sustainable. The second one is the continuous monitoring of implementation programs by sending volunteers in the organization which I was part of. And the third one is my students says proposed projects to be implemented in the next term. And the fourth one is collaboration with the community officials and agencies, making our mission for a sustainable community successful. All these experiences of mine and of my students as agents of sustainable communities, making sure of secured and inclusive community, make me realize the following. Number 1, it is the nature of humans, all of us, to help and contribute to the sustainable community, but needs to identify the issues to be resolved and how to resolve those. Second one, a sustainable community should not rely on the outside force. This should start within or inside, as the people within the community are more familiar with the problems than those of outside force, which is actually us. We are only the contributors of their well-being. The third one is education, and a program like this, a conference like this, are needed to make everyone aware of our duty to make in making communities sustainable, whether it is big or grand. The fourth one, funds are important in continuing a project or aspiration, but this should not hamper the volunteers and everyone in making contributions in the society. Before I end this presentation, allow me to give credits to my students who helped me, who participated in this community awareness for the sustainable community, and every questions which I know they will do those with or without the with or without the influence of someone. And that would be all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sir Robles. Your presentation is really, really amazing. And the concept of sustainable communities, I like very much. Dear Rania, would you like to say something?
Yes, I love this work for three reasons. First of all, that students were involved in community-based projects, so they had the opportunity to work closely with all key stakeholders of the community, which is very pioneering, and it's a new trend in education nowadays. We talked a lot about community-based learning. The second has to do with volunteerism, because we talked a lot about the service, that they learned this value of volunteerism and service learning is very important to be cultivated among the students. This is not a culture very well developed. And we talk about Greece, for instance, nobody wants to be volunteer. So it's something which is very commendable for you, this work to promote volunteerism among your students. And also, I love the outdoor activities, because through these outdoor activities, children and students have the opportunity to learn more how to adopt a healthy lifestyle, how to love, how to respect the environment. So I think that this work is truly remarkable, because you manage to engage your students in this concept. You try to actually, you manage to immerse them in this Sustainable Development Goal 11 through experiential activities. So experiential learning is the best way to learn something. So I would like to warmly congratulate you for this wonderful work. And of course, a lot of credits go to students who managed to create all this. And I noticed something, you said something about the disconnection between the government and the private sector.
Yes,
unfortunately, here in Greece, we have the same problem. There is a misconception that the private sector should not collaborate with the public sector. Still, there's misperception, all society thinks like this, but it's wrong, because industries and companies can help a lot of young people financially, but in any case, anyways, we need to involve industries and companies and private sector in this. Unfortunately, there's this misperception. So many congratulations again, and keep up a great work with your students.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you very much,
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Now
you,
it's a turn for your screenshot with the hands joining gesture. Yes, please do this. Please smile, sir. Okay, perfectly all right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor.
Yes. And now, moving ahead, I would like to invite my dear friend from the land of Romania. So, for the next presentation, we have the duo of the teacher and student from the land of Romania. Andrei, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling
Good.
Okay, nice.
Yes. Thank you, Andre. Thank you very much for joining us. Dear Laura, are you ready with the presentation?
Yes. Yes. Greetings from Romania.
Okay.
Really
Great.
happy to be here today. Just a second. Okay, so we have Andrei with us today.
Of course. My name is Andrei Laharescu. I'm a student at the Young Police School from Bucharest, Romania. I wish to thank you for this opportunity to be part of sustainable development of Goal Summit. And let's start. Make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Sustainable Development Goal 11 calls for the creation of sustainable communities and cities, emphasizing the need to ensure access to safe and affordable housing, sustainable transportation, and green spaces for all. Achieving this goal is paramount for addressing the challenges of rapid urbanization, environmental degradation, and social inequality. Students, as future leaders and change agents, have a vital role to play in advancing SDG 11 through various actions. The whole community can unite their efforts for the achievement of Sustainable Development Goal 11, which focuses on creating sustainable communities and cities. Students like myself can also lend a helping hand in building a sustainable future. There are several ways in which our actions can have a positive impact. Firstly, students can raise awareness among their peers and communities about the importance of sustainable urban development through educational campaigns and events. And secondly, students can actively participate in community initiatives such as tree planting, waste management, and urban gardening to promote environmental sustainability and improve the quality of life in urban areas. By getting involved in hands-on activities, students contribute to environmental sustainability and also foster a sense of community and social cohesion. Additionally, they can advocate for policies that prioritize affordable housing, public transportation, and green spaces to create inclusive and resilient cities. Moreover, students can engage in research projects that address urban challenges and propose innovative solutions for sustainable development. In our school, we had a contest through which students came up with ideas to make our city greener and more sustainable. Moreover, students can raise awareness about the importance of sustainable living practices among their peers and communities. This can be done through educational campaigns, workshops, and events focused on topics such as recycling, energy conservation, and sustainable consumption. By promoting behavior change and fostering a culture of sustainability, students can inspire others to take action towards achieving SDG 11. By taking these actions, students can play a crucial role in building more sustainable, inclusive, and resilient communities for present and future generations. Let's make the world a better place. Thank you for your attention. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you, Andrei.
Great,
The voice
great.
of the young
And
generation.
you know the gesture. So just
Yes.
hold it. I am giving you spotlight. Yes.
Do
Please
this,
do.
Andrei. Andrei, do this. do this one more time, please. My
One
phone
more
that
time.
da.
Of course. Okay.
Great. Great. So thank you. Thank you very much, Henry, for joining us from the land of Romania. Thank you. Dear Estara, would you like to say something about the courage and the sincere efforts of this young man?
Yes. Andre, you have done a fantastic job. So simple, crisp, and straight to the point, and it's very descriptive and attractive presentation. Thank you, dear. I think by more students sharing their views, presenting here, I think it will truly motivate your friends and those who are watching. Thank you.
Thank
Love
you.
to have
Thank
you
you
again.
very much, Henry. Thank you. And from bottom of my heart, I am truly grateful for the Laura and for the Henry, for Dr. Parul Sharda and their students also, because this is the actually we want educate young ones. We want educate our future generations to know more about the sustainable development goals. So thank you, dear Laura. Thank you, Dr. Parul Sharda, ma'am, to educate your students about these Sustainable Development Goal 11. Thank you very much. Thank you. So now, moving ahead, I would like to call our research scholar from the land of Philippines, Sir San Del Rosario. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready. Good afternoon, everyone. So, okay, I will be sharing my screen first.
Okay, so sir,
I cannot share my screen.
Yes. Sandel Rosario.
Okay.
Yes. So your network bandwidth is very low, sir.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So for today, I will be I am very audible right now. First of all, okay, seeing my screen. Hello. Is it okay?
Yes, so your screen is
Okay,
visible.
so
And
first
please
I would
move
like
on
to
first
greet
slide.
everyone. Good afternoon. Okay, so first of all, I would like to greet everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So first, I am Sir Sandal Rosario. So I will be the present today. So my presentation for today is about SD, Sustainable Development Goal number 9, which is industry, innovation, and infrastructure. So first of all, what does Goal 9 mean about? So most likely, the Goal 9 is the aim of this is to build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and fostering innovation. So most likely, I am going to focus on three things, and these are industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Why industry? Remember, in each country, we need to have a good, in every country, we need to establish a good foundation by, or good pillar, which is our industries. The industries are the backbone of our country. Why? Because the industries are the one who is making the profit and making sure that our country is stable. Innovation, because we all know that since we are in the 21st century, or the era we're in, technology is really the medium or the main factor here. We need to innovate things in order for us to catch up with the new generation. We need to improve and we need to make sure that we can help our next generation. And lastly is the infrastructure. We all know that infrastructure is very vital in each country because we all know that the infrastructures that the government or the public sector that is thing for us is one, help to improve the economy of the country. Remember that if the country has a good infrastructures, most likely the economy of each country is will help to grow or improve. Okay, so I will be focusing on three targets, which is mainly number one, or the 9.1, is to develop sustainable, resilient, and inclusive infrastructure. Next is promoting inclusive and sustainable industrialization. And the last is enhance research and upgrade industrial technologies. So why did I pick these three targets? Later on, I will be sharing the reason why I chose these three targets. So first that we need to consider is the challenge that our countries are facing. So what are these challenges? So first in the list is most likely many countries has this basic or lack of basic and resilient infrastructure. So most likely some of our infrastructure is not that recently like it's not that the poor infrastructure is a major worry.
So your network connection is gone. It's not stable. So he is one of the research scholar from the Philippines, Sundayon. Okay. So dear Sir Robes, sir, please contact with the Sundayon. Meanwhile, I would like to invite other speaker. So Manjri Kanungo ma'am from the Avantika University. Ma'am, are you ready with your presentation? Manjri ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. So thank you very much, Manjri ma'am, for joining us. And you are actually from since morning you are waiting.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm extremely sorry, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank
You are
you.
all okay. I am making you a co-host, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am. You are a co-host, ma'am. Please present.
So it is visible like my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Perfectly all right. Great.
Okay.
So here I would like to introduce Manjri Kanungo, ma'am. She is an assistant professor in the Institute of Design and Fashion from the Avantika University, Ujjain. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for joining us, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for me for like giving me this opportunity to present this presentation over here. So I'm Manjri Kanungo, assistant professor in Avantika University. I'm taking care of interior design department over here. And today I'm presenting today I will discuss on the sustainable city and the settlement toward the safety, resilience, and the what is sustainability all so everyone has equal opportunity to get all this transportation, educations, and affordable living. So introduction for this is creating cities that is inclusively safe, resilient, and sustainable for all the residents. So these are the goals which is important for the sustainable development. So like there will be no poverty, no hunger, good health and the well-being equality education, gender equality, like all these are the 17 goals which is important for the sustainable developments. So inclusivity in the urban planning, like according to United Nations, over the half of the world population now lives in the urban areas, and these numbers is expected to increases. So as I said, that inclusive urban planning involves ensuring that all the members of the society should have equal access to the resources, services, and opportunity within the cities. So affordable housing, as all have been discussed about this affordable housing, that everyone should have right to have like resident for themselves, and there should be measures in the rent control policies should be there, so that everyone has easily accessible for the housing. Access to the basic services, like as I said, that the services like healthcare, education, transportation is essential for creating inclusive cities. So investing in infrastructure, expanding public services can help bridge this gap and improve the quality of. So resilience to the climate, as we all know that urban areas have challenges on extreme climate, like rising of like events and heat waves. So for controlling all these, there must be a green solution or green roofs, and the government can help cities adapt to climate changes and build resilience. So there must be a sustainable transport, like everyone should use the walking, wheeling, cycling, public transport in like avoid if they can. So promoting sustainable transportation options like public transport, cycling, as I already discussed. So green spaces and biodiversity, like there must be a green spaces, like should be like landscaping should be there, so that like heat is easy. And as due to the green space health and promote it, it will help to improve our mental health and diversity conversations. So we should also that already many of like speakers has already discussed about the waste management system. So effective waste management system is essential for reducing population pollution, protecting and the environment in the urban areas. So as we are, I'm from Indore, so we are already working on these waste management system and recycling. Community engagement and participate, it is very important. Each and every people of the or person of the community or civic participation, public engagement should be there to improve this participation. So conclusion is there. In conclusion, like creating sustainable cities and human settlements requires a multifaceted approach that address inclusivity, safety, resilience, and sustainability. So thank you for your attention, and let's work together to build a better future for the urban dwellers worldwide. So these are the references. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Ma'am, could you stop the sharing screen? I'm giving you spotlight.
Yeah.
Okay. Great, ma'am. Thank you very much. And as in your presentation, you talked about the public engagement and community engagement. Yes. Ma'am. I personally believe that if we encourage our public, we encourage our communities, so definitely with their sincere efforts, we can achieve the targets and challenges related to the SDG 11. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Ujjain is the nearest city of the Indore, where from where I belong. And I believe in Ujjain also, all the communities actually are practicing about the sustainable development. They are practicing, they are actually doing the sustainable practices each and every morning. So actually, Ujjain is one of the most one of the most heritage heritage site, and there is the one temple, which name is Mahankaleshwar Temple. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much from
Thank you so
joining
much.
us. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And so, ma'am, are you ready with your hand joining gesture, ma'am? Great, ma'am. Please smile. Great. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And from bottom of my heart, ma'am, I am truly humbled and honored to meet you in this global platform virtually, ma'am. Soon, ma'am, I will visit in the Avantika University, ma'am. So thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Sure,
you very
sure,
much.
sure. Okay. Bye. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Okay. So now, Mrs. Sandayal has joined us. I am giving you spotlight, sir. Okay. So just hold down, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption.
No issue, sir. No issue. Not at all. Sir, actually, we know that, yes, in this ultra modern business world, we have to face these kind of technical glitches also. So, yes, sir. Sir, could you do this gesture, sir? From this side, sir. From this side. From this side. Yes, yes. Okay. Sir, please smile, sir. Great, sir. Great. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, would you like to conclude your presentation, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Please say few words, sir. Please say few words.
Yeah, it's okay, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I would like to start my presentation again. Thank you. Ma'am, can I share my as it's
Okay. Okay. You would like to share your screen? Yes, sir. Just hold on. I'm making
Yes, ma'am.
you co-host again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are co-host, sir.
Okay, so where am I? Okay, sorry for the interruption. So I will be going again with this with the problems, the challenges that our country is right now facing. First is the lack of basic and resilient infrastructure. So most likely, majority of our infrastructure is not made in a long term. We are just building houses, bridges for the sake that we can use it in wild. So it's not planned. It's not concrete that we are not planning for the long term. Long term, we are just making sure that we can use it for a daily living. So most likely it's a risk. So most likely the solution is there is that we need to invest in the infrastructure to make sure that the things that we are making in our country is sustainable or there is a growth. So most likely we're not just building for the sake that we can live or we can use the road, but we need to make sure that these bridges or houses that we are creating is built to sustain or to help us for the near future. So we should be building for it for the long term, not for just for the sake na we are just making it. And next one is poor infrastructure is a major barrier for thriving business. Most likely, some businesses, if we're going to go here in the Philippines, so most likely, there are major problem here in our country. First is it's really hard to create our business if there are what we call dominant or those uh, oligarchs that is making sure that it's really hard to enter to the business. So the small businesses are striving hard to to earn money. So most likely, in terms of the business here, it's really hard to create one if you don't have enough budget and enough resources to start a new business. So most likely, in the counterpart or the solution for that is that maybe we can innovate to make to create a green infrastructure or increase energy efficiency and reduce their adverse environmental impact. Most likely, the problem here is not because of it's hard to create business, but uh, the how do we use the business in the right way? So most likely here in our country, especially in the Philippines, we are just thinking of profit, not the way how can we make sure that we are helping our country in terms of the environmental way. Diba? It's really hard to help our environment if we, the people, is destroying the land itself. So most likely, maybe the government can create laws that will help the environment to make sure that it is safe for the environment. In the same manner, it can help the Filipinos to earn. Next one is in the infrastructure and industrialization often cause environmental degradation. So most likely here, these are the common problems that we are really facing. In terms of if we want our country to be able or to complete with other countries, we need to industrialize our community. But the negative impact is that the nature is also suffering because we reduce the natural resources that we have and build businesses or build factories in order to compete with other countries. Now, what can be the best solution for this? We can build a resilient infrastructure that can protect livelihood against the environmental and natural disasters. Maybe we can ask for a better location to put the businesses or to put the factories so that the nature or our environment is not harmed. In other words, let's have a plan wherein businesses or business sectors have has its own area where they can put the business and they can help the country in the same manner we are helping also our environment. Now, one thing that we need to aim in each country is the first thing is the investment. Remember, in order to attain a good economy, investment is is the most crucial thing because here, if we're going to talk about investment, it's most likely we are talking about money. And if we're going to talk about money, that's a lot of money in the costing. Remember, if we want to have good infrastructure, we really need to invest because if we want to make sure that we can compete with other countries, we need to invest in the infrastructures so that we can help our economy to improve the intervals or the what do you call it, the production in such a way that most likely we can produce more products in the same manner we can export our products themselves. Next, in terms of industrialization, we know that Philippines is considered to be a third world country, and the Philippines is doing its best to make sure that we are ready for industrialization. Why? Because right now most of the countries are in the second and first world countries. Now, industrialization helps the countries to make sure that our products are generating wealth, and also we can by industrialization, remember we are building bridges, roads and tunnels. So if these infrastructures are built, so most likely uh, the raw materials can travel fast, and it can help us produce the material or the products that is needed to our daily life. And lastly, that we need to consider is the concept of technological progress. We are living in the 21st century. We need to incorporate technology in order for us to help our economy. By doing that, we can discover more things or innovate the way of how we create or help our country. Now, these are the some practices of the Indo-Pacific region. So most likely they are doing this right now. So they improve their trade fairness and competitive and resilience. Most likely in terms of trading, there is no concept of what we call this bias. So most likely fair, and they have this kind of competitive pricing. So if we're going to export our product, we are getting the enough fair or enough prices that is the value of our product itself. Promoting sustainable, transparent, and high quality infrastructure development. Here in our region, we are already building infrastructures that can hold or that is ready for anything that might happen in the near future. Next one is strengthening digital economy and connectivity. Since we are in the 21st century, we are using that technology to make sure that our products is up to date. Diba? And lastly is strengthening workforce development and primary education. Remember, we know that the school is part from here, and we need to develop people or citizens that can be ready in the near future. So most likely, this is my question. So what is the role of the school in the goal 9 or the industry innovation and infrastructure? Well, most likely the role of the school is to enable our students to be ready in terms of work, diba? And another thing is to teach our students how to incorporate the knowledge that they can, or what we are teaching to them, and then incorporate it to the real world. So how can we do that? So by teaching the students what are the things or the real life situations that the students may or can or the students that can or incorporate. So the things that will able to emphasize or maximize their talents in creating new things, diba? Or inventing new things that we can help our country to improve. So that's it. So here will be my last slide. So a functioning and resilient infrastructure is the foundation of every successful community. Remember, to meet the future challenges, our industries and infrastructure must be upgraded. For this, we need to promote innovative, sustainable technologies and ensure equal and universal access to information and financial market. This will bring prosperity, create jobs, and make sure that we build stable and prosperous society across the globe. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Actually, you have connected the Sustainable Goal 9 and 11 in a very well manner. So thank you, sir. We need a sustainable infrastructure, sustainable industries, and sustainable innovation practices to complete and to achieve the target of SDG 11. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. And our mentor, Christiana Scaler, in the chat box says, excellent point of view. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Hello, Kanshal. How are you today? Hello, Kanshal. Kanshal, how are you today?
Good. I'm here at school right now.
Yes, yes. Okay. Thank you very much, dear, for joining. Thank you. Thank you. Here, I would like to say that these all speakers from the land of Philippines, actually, they are the research scholars under the mentorship of Sir Dr. Derry. So thank you very much, all the research scholars from the Philippines. Thank you, Gilal Robel, sir. Thank you, Sandoval, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, dear Quenchel. Thank you. Thank you, all of you, for joining us. Now, all the presentations has done, and now it's time to conclude the today's ceremony, today's day 11. So, dear Astara, now I would like to invite you, dear. Please conclude the day.
Sure. Well, we have done a very impactful and very insightful presentation. I can say all our presenters were awesome. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the close of this enlightening conference on Sustainable Development Goal number 11, organized by department, we are talking about these goals were organized by the Department of Economic and Social Affairs. I stand before you with a profound sense of gratitude and hope. Over the past few hours, we have delved into discussion, exchange ideas. Everybody had their ideas, suggestions, solutions, and forged connections, all in pursuit of one common objective: to create sustainable, inclusive, and resilient cities and communities. The insights shared here are illuminated pathways towards achieving SDG 11, emphasizing the importance of collaborative efforts, innovation, and policy coherence. We explored the nexus between urbanization, environmental sustainability, social equity, and economic development, recognizing the interconnectedness of these dimensions. As we depart for this gathering in day 11, let us carry forward the momentum gained translating words into action. I always say words without action are lifeless. Let us empower local communities, engage stakeholders, and leverage resources effectively. Let us strive to build cities where every individual thrives, where no one is left behind. In closing, I extend my heartfelt appreciation to all participants, distinguished speakers, our lovely organizers, Witty Gossip and the Medicaps, Dr. Supriya Pathak and Dr. Parul, Dr. Ravindra Pathak, and team and partners for their invaluable contribution. Together, let us continue our journey towards a more sustainable and equitable future. We'll continue our journey tomorrow on Sustainable Development Goal number 12, Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Another interesting SDG. Gratitude. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Astara. Thank you very much. And as usual, today you are looking very cool, very pretty, very beautiful. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Now
Just to
it's
cheer
time
you
to
up.
take your screenshot, dear. Dear, please do this. Dear Estara, please do this. You're muted here.
Okay.
Now please
Okay.
do this. Perfect, dear. Perfect. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
All of you. Thank you. Now it's day 11 is over. Tomorrow we will meet again with the day 12. And it's related to the SDG 12, sustainable production and consumption. So thank you very much. We will address tomorrow SDG 12. So thank you once again. Thank you all of you. Thank you.
Yes, how about your screenshot? Let me take your screenshot. Yeah.
Okay, dear. Okay.
Yeah. Your gesture? Yes. This side. I want to see the flower on your t-shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, this side. Yes. Higher. Yes. Contagious smile. Okay. Thank you. But your screen is a bit, let me see whether, is it because of my screen, the gallery view, or no. It's your,
No, actually,
now better.
problem. Yes.
Your laptop, because it's covering the top. One more time, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I think the view is blocking. Let me pull this down. I don't know how to pull this down with height first. Okay. Okay. Yes. One more time, dear. On your right. Yes. Great. Okay. Done.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So thank you all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you, dear Christiana. Goodbye, everyone. Sir Robos, tell me in Philippines what we say to goodbye, sir.
From the Philippines, thank you very much for having us. Mabuhay po kayo.
Okay. Mabuhay, buhayo. Okay. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Salamat. Okay. Salamat. Okay. Yes. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.